Hello there, Only One Kenobi here, only one. It's time to review the V19 Torrent fighter. This is a starfighter I've wanted for ages, and finally I got one. I'm going to use this figure as well as part of the review. There's no better figure than this one to use. This vehicle screams out phase one, you know what I mean? I don't know why I think of Genndy Tartakovsky with this vehicle, but I certainly do. I'm sure it would have been in the Dave Filoni series. I think, unless I'm imagining it. There's word that this was in the Geonosis battle, but I don't recall seeing it in Attack of the Clones. They were probably there. It was a massive war, the start of the Clone Wars. So I got this not long ago for a bargain. It used to go for nothing years ago. Then its price went up to about the 100 mark. Never wanted to pay that amount for it because I'd always seen it go for cheap. I got this for £50, which isn't bad in this day and age, I suppose. It's a buyer's market now, and I took full advantage. And the seller, very reliable so far. I've had great dealings with them. They're obviously selling their collection, but I think I can tell that this is still mint, but we'll soon find out. Nice packaging though, innit, man? It's one of those mid-sized vehicles. I suppose the X-Wing would fall into that category as well. BVs would include the Falcon, the AT-AT, Razor Crest, the Barge, and so on. Also that, I'd say. The Starspeeder. Let's just have a look at all angles here. Nice vehicle. I like the way it parks like that. Though, iconically, you see it... Oh, you think of it like that, like a T. It should be called the T-Wing, really. I quite enjoy the idea of having it parked like that. It has something about it that is, you know, very B-Wing-esque. But I think I did look into it, and the company that made the B-Wing maybe had something to do with this. Such thick, rich lore that goes behind all these vehicles, the names, the companies, the distributors, and blah, blah, blah. That's a nice image, that, isn't it? There, look at that. I want to know the name of that planet. And here we have 2012 Hasbro. This is the tail end of the vintage collection. 2012. Followed in 2013 by that. This line, the orange line. Bruh. 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 Hang your heads in shame, Hasbro. The number of figures and cards we could have had on a Kenner card. It would have been amazing. He would have been one. Keep talking about it. But Mara Jade, Darth Plagueis, to name just a few. Oh. Anyway. Comes with firing cannons. And that's about it. The detail looks really nice on this. It looks like it's always the same. They kind of make of this era, they make the vehicles look weathered. But when you open them, they're sadly not. Whereas in this more modern era, from 2020 onwards, when you got the likes of this Galaxy's Edge Falcon, that 2020 version of the Slave One, that X-Wing there has weathering. When I get the E-Wing, I'm going to talk about that X-Wing. Oh, sorry, fella. That X-Wing again in more detail, because as Tim said in a recent video, he just wanted to see a tiny little bit of weathering. And by all accounts, I've not seen a full review yet. I'm trying to avoid them. The E-Wing is squeaky clean, a bit too much. Some people are happy with that. I ain't. I don't know what Tim's on about. You want to see a little bit of dust, dirt, grime, grease, whatever. Makes it look real and used. It's a machine. And Lothal is dusty. So, enough babble. God, don't half know how to babble, don't I? Have I checked every corner here? I think so. Oh yeah, there you go, look at that. Some more things there. The V19 Torrent fighter. Let's find out what you're all about, shall we? Let's open her up. Ooh, look at that. You're getting the first views right now. Zoom. You know, as expected, this is going to be a clean vehicle. Every release of it was clean. My nephew had this vehicle. Not in the vintage collection, though. My parents would have bought it for him, and it probably was in the latest ever release of it. It seems to be like Hasbro back when they just had 3 3/4 inch coming out of their arse, man, and there was just so many different lines and stuff. Now we struggle to get anything decent repackaged, like that bad boy. You know what I mean? That we all want it. Do it. Why haven't you done it in the vintage collection again? And things like the N1 Starfighter that was in the movie line, that should have always been TVC. Alas, this found its final place, or an iteration of it, in the vintage collection, albeit They should have done something to it to make it stand out, like add weathering, but I guess they didn't back then. Let's pull it out. Oh, I'm loving that continuity. Look at that. That's definitely reminding me of the Battle of Geonosis, and specifically up there, that bad boy there. Look at that. What colour is that? Green. It's kind of like I can't describe it. It's like almost like an army green or something, like a goldy green, a brown category. But still, look at that. That is minty fresh. Thank you, seller, for not pulling a fast one. There's them all off of there. Usually you only see that in the bubble. Should we open it up? That will well and truly be done and dusted, that offer, ladies and gentlemen. The Darth Maul giveaway. Wow, that goes back. Takes me back. Nostalgia, ladies and gentlemen. And also, as you saw on the front of the packaging there, that's a lovely sticker. That's on many a TVC front of card back. Look at those wings. That is screaming out X-Wing. Look at that, man. It really is. I wonder if that's the same size and scale as a standard X-Wing. I'll tell you what, man, it's not a million miles away. Unfortunately, I want to just crack on. There's some X-Wings up there, which I can't be bothered getting down. But, wow, I'd say that span is about the same. Look at that beautiful Republic cog there. Oi, oi, oi. Look at that. Another package there of something that looks like something to do with the engines. An insert there. Let's get these off now. Cue the monkey music. Oh, wow, now look at that. That's a tinted cockpit. Now either that's aged or it was like that. I'd say it looks like it was supposed to be made like that. If this was a Power of the Force 2 vehicle, I'd think it would have aged, but no. It's just interesting. It's not like the colour of when something yellows. It actually looks like it matches the colour of that there. It's kind of a goldy colour, goldy yellow. Let's have a look at the image of it. It is that colour. There you go. You can see. I thought it was clear, but no, the cockpit's up there, and you can just see right about there that it is that colour. So that's all normal. Good. Very good. And there are some instructions. Phase number 1 there. Those are the grey things in the packet we saw. Wings on next. Okay. It's a pretty cool shuttle style starfighter, isn't it? I like it. And I like it in parking position, which is good because I probably will be having it parked. I've got enough stuff sort of flying around and stuff. Space-wise, I'm going to have this one parked next to the AT-ACT, I think maybe. Oh no, the AT, what is it called now? ATTE, All-Terrain Tactical Enforcer. Yeah. All right, folks, let's do the final assembly. Oh, God, just so you know, that's really hard to snap in. Be aware, be mindful, be wary. All right, look at that. What a span. It's like a big vehicle now. Look at this. Bloody hell, it's like bigger than an X-Wing, honestly. Look at that. That's so wide. Looks like it's wider than that Falcon. So this is changed. I said it was a mid-vehicle before, it probably still is, but then I said the X-Wing is the biggest of that category. I'd say that this is now pushing that scale. Because even the ARC 170 is like almost a big vehicle. It's huge. It's down there, unfortunately. You can't really see it. It's parked next to the Tiger-faced, Rancor-faced gunship there. It's just on the left. You'll see the nose of it. But that's a big vehicle. The span of that will sit on top of that Razor Crest and give it a run for its money. No doubt. But obviously when this is parked, it will look a little bit more compact. Let's finish it off. Wow. Look at that. Look at that action. That's amazing. What a vehicle. Really interesting. Look at that, clicks into place there. Really enjoying this. It's got some great features. Then we've got the legs there. It's not finished yet. I've got loads more to do, but for now you should be getting the main bulk of it. I love it. That's really nice. I'm glad I got this. I always wanted it, and I knew I'd get it eventually. But look at that with the wings. It looks even better as well. As you can see, the cog. I got confused by the pictures before, but it's designed so that the cog is shown from at least one side. So if it's the wings are down, you see it on the outside on this side of the ship. When the wings are up, obviously you can see it twice there from that angle, but really It's on the outside from this side, it's on the inside from that side. So that's why when I have it parked, I'll have it like that so you can see both the cogs. You know what I mean? I love it. I love seeing the cog on a ship. This is awesome. So I've done that side of the assembly. Let's do this side now. Adding the missiles and such like. Right, I really do think that's all she wrote. That's everything. The assembly is done. I'm going to get the figure in there next. I haven't opened the cockpit yet, so we'll do that now and go handheld. Oh, God, that was hard to open. Maybe subsequent openings will be not as difficult, but let's have a look at the seat in this, because the seat on some Starfighters are awesome, like the Obi-Wan Kenobi Starfighter. Let's have a look at it. That one there, the seat is beautiful. It's like this gold throne. In here, what have we got? It looks quite nice. It matches. Oh, it's like the leather interior of a lovely vintage car. You know what I mean? It matches the upholstery. What have we got there? Nice. Sometimes cockpits are very basic and stuff, and there's nothing in there, but this has got something going on. If I just sit that flat like that, let's see if I can zoom in and show you, make it brighter. There you go. There's the joystick there. This is an awesome vehicle. Totally underestimated how good it was. I just wanted it to tick the box. Of all the other remaining vehicles from the fleet that I don't have, this is the one I wanted next. The other one, the V-Wing, you do see that in the end of Revenge of the Sith, but I don't know, I feel like I've sort of seen this more and feel more compelled to get this one. I actually thought Anakin Skywalker piloted one of these in a war. He might have. There's so many episodes of the Filoni Clone Wars that might have happened, but I actually thought he was in one of these when he was fighting Ventress in the Gendy, but I was wrong. He was in his own Starfighter. But that's a beautiful ship. Look at that, man. Well happy with that. That's great. Really nice. I'm going to mount the camera and show you some more stuff. Before we do that, let's just have a look at this. Let's give you some more shots of this beautiful Republic cog. It's just a proper logical engineering, these ships. I know it's science fiction, but whoever designed them, that's what he wanted. They wanted logical rivets and design, a bit like Ron Cobb with the design for Alien. I think it was Ron Cobb, wasn't it? He designed the Nostromo and all that. It's just like real world engineering, isn't it? It's brilliant. Look at that. Beautiful. I love filming in natural light, and this is why it looks more real. It's nice, that, isn't it, man? Wow. Let's get rid of that. It's like a DC-10, isn't it? Look at that, the engine on the wing. And look at that as well. That's nice detail, that gold there. I wonder if that was on the previous releases. You know, there was one in the Legacy Collection, probably the movie line, or the one with Yoda on the front. As I say, my nephew got one of these, and it wouldn't have been a premium line like this, but and they would have got it on clearance, probably, no doubt, from Tesco or somewhere like that. My mum and dad, they didn't go trolling the internet for one. I think they just saw it in a supermarket and bought it. But this is a great vehicle. Really happy with it. Right. Camera mounted, pilot and cockpit. Nice. He's in there now. Let's give you a shot of him. Look at that. I love the Phase 1. Not only the pilot, but the main clone. Phase 2 is great and everything, but that first design, oof, absolutely phenomenal. It was like the best part of Attack of the Clones. Honestly, seeing those guys jumping off the gunship, I was just, wow. Confused me a bit because they seemed like good guys, and there was something sinister about them when they were on their home planet on Camino. They were like eyeballing Kenobi and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But ultimately they're heroic soldiers, aren't they? Until someone says execute order 66. Look at him there, man. That's awesome. Look at this. Fantastic. Wow. Love this shit, man. I can't believe it. I was not expecting it to ping at me like this. I'm really enjoying it. Great. I like it a lot. Right, camera mounted. Let's just go over some flight features. So what have we got then? Does that, I guess, doesn't it? That's it. But that comes down, doesn't it? Hang on. What are we doing? Boom. Yeah, like that. It does that, doesn't it? And that clicks into place like that. Wow. You see that? Amazing, isn't it? So what is that? So that's actual main flight pose, that, isn't it? Let me go wide angle. Bear with me. All right. Can you see what's going on now? If I pan up a bit, I assume that is the attack formation. There's no two ways about that. Let's have a look at the box. Yeah. But the trajectory or the angle of the wingspan is varying there. So I guess, is it flat like the wings of a bird? Not literally, but as in they can change the angle depending on what they want to do with their maneuvering. But actually, to be honest with you, I'm quite loving it in parked mode, but that's pretty cool for flight. Really good. I suppose they will go in like that when they're in flight mode. The landing gear will go in, retract. Really nice. There it is. I'll just put the camera up here. There you go, folks. You get a better look at it there now. Look at that. It's got that, I just thought to myself, it just isn't fair. Yeah, Biggs is right. I'm never going to get out of here. I love the way Luke is sat there with that T-16 skimming it through the air, man. It kind of gives me that vibe as well. It certainly parks like a T-16 does. Although I never imagined the wings of a T-16 folded up like this one does. I thought the T-16 stood static in that kind of like Mercedes emblem shape, but obviously not. And then what else? So what will happen if it comes into land? I'm guessing up, and then this will retract. Boom. And then landing gear down. Ladies and gentlemen, I have really enjoyed showing you this. I'm really impressed. Oh, hang on, let me just get that so it's a bit... There you go. It's more balanced and equal. I've really enjoyed showing you this. Let's move the camera down. I just had that on the glass top there. Ladies and gentlemen, we're done. Let me know your thoughts below on that one. Very impressed. Very impressed indeed. That was the 2012 V19 Torrent fighter by Hasbro. A phenomenal Clone Wars / Republic starship. Really impressed. Thank you for watching. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one. Out.